Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm in the middle of making chili, and I did is my monster mad chili, and I did a video review of that a long time ago. It was Jason's Mondo Mad Monster Chili or something like that. It was really good, and I'm making some right now. And I haven't made any in a while. And I wanted to do a review of a movie that never gets any respect as a grindhouse film, 1981, called Dawn of the Mummy. Now it's weird because it basically the plot line is a whole bunch of models go down to Egypt for a photo shoot and they run across the mummies, but there's more to the movie than that. And that's so reminiscent of a movie from 1974 called Ghost Galleon, also known as Horde of the Zombies. The third in Blind Dead trilogy and Blind Dead movie series. There's four movies, not three. And I love the first two, but Horde of the Zombies absolutely sucked. I mean, nothing. And it sucks because the only place I've seen reviews, I think there's a couple reviews of Dawn of the Mummy. The only place I've seen reviews of both movies is that video movie guide I remember buying when I was in the army. The very first one I ever bought. Well, no, I bought one before, but they didn't have those movies in there. Well, anyways, they usually give they give Dawn of the Mummy like a turkey or no stars, and they give Horde of Zombies like 1.5 or 1 stars. And same with that Video Hound movie Retriever. And Horde of Zombies absolutely sucks. Nothing with the models and the photo shoot looks absolutely authentic whatsoever. Everything looks phony. And stuff in Dawn of the Mummy looks realistic because they actually went to Cairo and all these different places to shoot. They had the cheapest sets, and like anything that was filmed on the water was either like a little toy miniature or like in like a pool, like in a pool in like a studio, and it was so obviously fake. And that got higher higher approval rating than Dawn of the Mummy, which still shocks me. Well, anyways, I remember seeing Dawn of the Mummy a long time ago in the 80s when I was in high school. And we went to the video movie store to rent it, and it was on Thorn EMI Video, like a bigger company. And I think the main draw was the cool artwork, and also it had a running time of like an hour and 41 minutes, which is pretty high compared to most horror films are usually around between 80 and 90 minutes, at least back then. And I decided to watch it, and I was pleasantly surprised that there was a lot of gore in it. And I really enjoyed the movie, and then so much so that I rented it again when I was in Fort Detrick, Maryland, and watched it again. And then when on the Roku, when I was looking through stuff, it was on Creature Featured, which doesn't make any sense. It was on Frightflix, which is free as opposed to Netflix, but Frightflix is free, I think, because they have like commercials in it. They cut off the movie. The movies are uncut, but they cut out. They make interruptions to put movie commercials in it at weird times, and that's probably why it's a free service. Well, anyways, I wanted to give Dawn of the Mummy the respect it deserved. Finally, from 1981, a grindhouse classic, in my opinion, because I really don't hear any. No, I never heard talk to one person about Dawn of the Mummy who's ever seen it, and it kind of just got swept under the carpet, I guess. Unless you look in the video catalogs and stuff, there's like 1 or 2 reviews on YouTube, but those are people who are into horror films. But I mean, growing up, I never talked to anyone who's ever seen it. And it starts out with this guy who's kind of a real jerk. His name's Sephiroth. And then there's a continuity error. They at the beginning of the movie they call him Sephiroth, and then like after the first half, they kept saying Sephiroth. So that's a continuity mistake in that. And he's a real jerk. And then whenever he dies, he gets put mummified, and then all his followers or slaves are in this tomb, and this girl says Sephiroth. Whenever all your followers and stuff like that, everyone who knows where your burial ground is going to be put to death. And then they poison the whole thing with this poison smoke. Except for her, she leaves. And then she says, she seals up the tomb where all the smoke's coming in, the poison and stuff, and they're going to die. And he says, whoever disrupts this tomb, all of your followers will go and rise and kill on the dawn of the mummy. And then all of a sudden you see these explosions and stuff. and it's present day Egypt, and these guys, the treasure hunters, were blowing up the castle. I mean, castle. God damn it, the place where he was buried at, right? And they're saying we're gonna find out where this guy is buried, and we're gonna find the treasure and all that stuff, but we're gonna have to let it clear out overnight because of the poison. But these two guys are on guard, right? And then they have like these other guys, the poachers, find out that the Americans blown, and they go in there, and then their faces are melting off because of the poison and stuff. And then it says Dawn of the Mummy on the screen. And the weird thing is, when that lady was calling Sephiroth, there was a girl at where I work at a couple summers. This is a while ago. She was very nice looking, young girl, going to college. But for one summer she worked at Lesko's, and the next summer she worked at Lesko's, and then during August I think she quit to find another job or something. And her name was Sephiroth. I always wanted to call. I was going to joke around and call Sepultura, but probably she wouldn't understand that. You know, it's a metal band. And go back to the movie, and they go right to, after that happens, when they have the credits, they go right to New York, and they show the fashion models there. It sounds ridiculous, but I like the movie. And you know, they say, well, we want to do a photo shoot in Egypt, and they show them on the plane going around. And it was said you have unlimited access, and they actually film in Egypt, unlike Horror of the Zombies, where they film in a pool and everything's fake. I don't know how that movie really sucked. It really sucked. And there's another Blind Dead movie called Night of the Seagulls, which I have not seen, which was made 2 years after that. I saw the first two Blind Dead movies were awesome. These are old Spanish films. But Horror of the Zombies really sucked, or Ghost Galleon. It's an awful movie. Well, anyways, you know, they go down and they start posing and stuff, and then those treasure hunters are trying to look for the gold. They can't really find it. And then the one guy, these rats come on. This guy goes, rats, and they're rats, and it's really funny because the guy really freaks out, and then he really freaks out, and he sees those photographers. I mean, the models and the guys shooting them, the photographers, close to where they're at, and he starts shooting at them. And the other guy said, "You nuts! You're going to come over here." And then they do, and they find that they go right into the tomb, and they say, "You're not allowed in here." And they go in anyway. Then they said, "We have unlimited access. We can shoot anywhere." So they decided to do a photo shoot with the models in an unmarked tomb with a real mummy. Because they do find the mummy. They don't find any gold yet. They don't find gold till later on. And they have the camera lights on there, and all of a sudden you see like the wrappings of the mummy start to like bubble and fizz and stuff like that, and the mummy actually starts to awaken. And I don't want to give away a lot more, but you start seeing... later on, you start seeing his followers rise from the sand, like zombies. I mean, it's kind of like a zombie movie, and the mummies are kind of look a lot like the 80s Italian zombies. Even though you don't hear no references to 80s Italian zombies anymore, you just hear the American ones with Walking Dead stuff. They never mention Italian zombies. I don't know why, from the 80s, because that was a big... When they weren't making the Americans weren't making that many zombie movies. The Italians were making a whole bunch. Anyways, he raised up from the sand, reminiscent of the Jess Franco movie Oasis of the Zombies, even though Oasis of the Zombies and most Jess Franco movies have a penchant for being kind of boring. And Oasis of the Zombies, I kind of liked it, but it was boring. At least this one's not boring. And basically, you know, it shows their time and time, and then methodically, one by one, the zombies attack, and they feast too on flesh. I don't want to give away a whole lot more, but it's a cool movie. The last 20 minutes are fantastic. I mean, the rest of it is, all of the movie's interesting. Some people might say it's a little bit slow, but I really loved it. This is one I loved. Because anyone else I saw do reviews of Dawn of the Mummy are just bashing the movie, because sometimes, I think, you know, they just get views for bashing movies. And some are good, some are bad. I've bashed movies before, but those are ones I really thought were awful. If I did a review of Horror of the Zombies, you would hear some serious bashing, because that movie was terrible. But I loved Dawn of the Mummy. Now, I rented it when I was in high school, and I rented it towards the end of the Army. I finally saw it again. The last time I saw it was in 91. I finally saw it again on Frightflix. So that's been over 15 years. Wait a second. Yeah. been a long time. So, like I said, I give Dawn of the Mummy a high on 10 out of 10. It's awesome. So, I hope you've been liking these movies. I did like stuff from the library. I got some more food truck reviews. I got 2 more food truck reviews. I'm going to space them out a little bit. I'll probably be uploading this one soon. And I just hope you really like my videos and stuff. I still got to see Spiders 2000 that Tony made me a thumbnail for. Hopefully I'll see it today, and maybe I'll upload it. Well, I'll edit it, and then maybe I'll upload today or tomorrow. I don't know yet, but I want to upload this one first. I want to give this Grindhouse classic the respect it deserves. You know, some people might not like it, but I loved it, and I give it credit for actually going to location in New York, in Cairo, in Egypt, and also there's also some studio shots in Cairo, Egypt for the movie studio. So I give them props for actually trying to make it look realistic. So a full-on 10 out of 10 for Dawn of the Mummy. And until next time, take care, my Legion. And pretty much the most violent zombie mummy movie I've ever seen, I think. There might be more violent ones. I remember seeing, you remember seeing those popular Brendan Fraser zombie mummy movies and stuff, and I remember the Christopher Lee mummy movie I saw in Fort Detrick too. That was a really good one from Hammer. That was an awesome one. And I remember the classic Boris Karloff one too was good. And I've seen some other mummy movies that have been very entertaining. So. And also Three Stooges did a great mummy one. And Curly said, he said that he said his dad's from Cairo. He's a chiropractor. It's pretty funny if you like silly humor. Well, anyways, I give Dawn of the Mummy. I'm going off on a tangent again. And I'm rambling like Joey would say. I give Dawn of the Mummy a full-on 10 out of 10. Awesome, awesome, awesome movie. If you get a chance to see it, I don't know if you like it or not. I loved it. So that's just my opinion. I got finished making my chili. So until next time, bye. Please take care of my Legion.